The book of Nahum, chapter 1. The burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum the Ecclesiast. God is jealous and the Lord withdraws, and the Lord of wrath, the Lord takes vengeance on his adversaries, and reserves for himself the wrath of his enemies. The Lord is slow to wrath, but he is great in power, and he will not surely exonerate the wicked. The Lord moves in the wind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. He maneuvers the sea and drains it, and drains all the rivers. Bashan and Carmel are devastated, and Lebanon is ravaged. The mountains tremble for him, the heights melt, and the earth is scorched before him. Yea, the world and all who dwell in it. Who can stand before his wrath, or who can remain in the fire of his wrath? His wrath is as powerful as fire, and rocks are broken by him. The Lord is good and strong in the day of trouble, and knows those who trust in him. But passing from thence like a flood, he will utterly destroy the place where he is, and darkness will pursue his enemies. What do you plan to do against the Lord? He will make a total destruction. Affliction will not arise a second time. For he shall come like thorns floated into one another, and like drunkards in their drunkenness. They shall be consumed like subtle utter withered. Out of you comes one who imagines evil against the Lord, and evil counselor. Thus said the Lord, though they be quiet and though they be many, yet so shall they be removed when it passeth away. Though I have afflicted thee, I will afflict thee no more. For now I will break his yoke from thee, and will tear thy bonds in pieces. The Lord hath given a command concerning thee, that thy name be sworn no more. From the house of the gods will I cut off the bronze and the molten image. I will make it thy grave, because thou art vile. Behold, on the mountains the feet of him who declares and publishes peace. O Judah, keep your solemn feasts, keep your vows, for the wicked shall pass by thee no more. He is utterly removed. The book of Nahum, chapter 2. The destroyer has come before your face. Preserve your ammunition, watch your way, make your band strong, increase your strength with might. For the Lord hath turned away the glory of Jacob as the glory of Israel, because the emptiers have emptied them, and spoiled their vine shoot. The shield of his strong men is redeemed. The valiant are in skins of leather. The carets shall be as in fire and flame in the day of his preparation, and the fig trees shall tremble. The chariots shall break forth in the street. They shall run to and fro. Through the street they shall seem like lightning. They shall move like thunderbolts. He will remember his strong men. They will stumble as they go. They will rush to his walls, and the defense will be prepared. The gates of the walls will be opened, and the palace will melt away. Hazab the queen shall be led into captivity, and her headmen shall lead her as with the art of duke, beating their breast. But Nineveh has always been like a pool of water, yet they will flee. They stand, they cry out, but no one looks back. Pluck out the silver, pluck out the precious coin, for there is nothing left to keep, and there is no more glory for all the vessels of value. It is empty, hollow, and wasted. The heart melts, the nails break, and sadness is in all houses, and the faces of all are blackened. Where is the dwelling place of the lions and the pasture of the lions' cubs, where the lion and the lions walked, and the lioness trailed, and no one drove them away? The lion tore himself for his cubs. He worried about his lions. He filled his house with prayers, and his dens with nodules. Behold, I come to you, says the Lord of hosts, and I will bury his whelps in smoke, and the sword will destroy your long lions. And I will cut you, spoil you from the earth, and the voice of your messengers will no longer be heard. The book of Nahum, chapter 3. O bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery. Prayer does not go away. The noise of the whip, the rattling of the wheels, the beating of the horses, and the leaping of the horses. The horseman lifts up the shining sword and the glittering spear, and the multitude is slain, and the corpses are many. There is no more trace of their corpses. They stumble over their dead bodies because of the multitude of fornications of the harlot, who is beautiful and a lover of witchcraft, and who makes the people pass through her harlotry and the nations through her witchcraft. Behold, I will come upon thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will peel up thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show to the nations thy fleetness, and to the kingdoms thy shame. I will cast fleet upon thee, and I will make thee vile, and I will set thee as a beast of slaughter. And it shall come to pass that all who look on thee shall flee from thee, and shall say, Nineveh is destroyed. Who shall have mercy on her? Where will I see comforters for you? Are you better than No? Which wasteful of people, lying on the shores and having the waters around it, whose shore was the sea, and whose wall came from the sea. Ethiopia and Egypt were her strength, and there was no one else. Put and Limbum were her helpers. Nevertheless, she was taken away and went into captivity. Even her little children were cut in pieces. At the head of all the streets and fights were thrown for her noblemen, and all her righteous men were bound in chain. Thou shalt also be drunk. Thou shalt hide thyself and seek help because of the enemy. All your strong cities will be like figs with the first ripe figs. For if they are shaken, they will fall into the mouth of those who eat them. Behold, your people within you are women. The gates of your hand shall be opened to your enemies, and fire shall destroy your walls. Draw waters for the siege, fortify your fortress. Work clay, temper the dove, make strong bricks. Fire will destroy you. The sword will cut you down, devour you like locusts. Even though you are multiplied like locusts and multiplied like grasshoppers, thou hast multiplied thy marches like the stars of heaven. The locusts shall supply and fly away. The princes are like the locusts, and thy captains like the great locusts that stays in the hedges in the days of cold, but when the sun rises, they flee away, and it is not known where they are. Your shepherds sleep, O king of Assur. Your strong men lie on the ground. Your people are scattered on the mountains, and no one gathers them. There is no healing for your wounds. Your plague is grievous. All who hear of you clap their hands against you, for on whom has not your wickedness passed continually?